look very pale.
Hello.
We're back again.
Hey, you know what we didn't do actually last time? We didn't say our names. My name's Hayden.
And I'm Patrick. We are 2/5 roughly of Revelator Records.
Yeah.
As it currently stands. 5 of us involved.
Five of us involved.
So you're looking at the YouTubers, the YouTube coalition of Revelator.
The others aren't allowed on camera there.
That's right.
Pretty ugly. So today we're thinking...
We'll look at the camera.
Oh my God. Today we're thinking... We talk about how we prepare for shows, how we book shows. Mm-hmm. Tell you what's worked for us, what doesn't work. And, you know, it's not perfect, but we've come a long way. We've made some progress.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Took a while, but...
We started in 2021 playing New York shows.
Right.
We had a little band, and the first show we scraped together was a house show that a friend of a friend hosted. But the first real show we played at a venue was at the Bowery Electric.
Yep.
Which does a lot of smaller artists.
They kind of do everything. They do like small artists, DJs. Mm-hmm. And they've had like bigger artists there too, I know, in the past, but they definitely have carved out a bit of a place for like the very, up and coming New York scene. Yeah. And they have shows like every night, and there's always like 3 or 4 people on the bill. At the time, it was Gig Finesse who was booking for them. So Gig Finesse was,
it was a website free to sign up.
I'm actually gonna look up if they still exist.
Free to sign up, you just put in your information, what your band does, what the lineup is, how you sound, all that shit. And then they start to connect you with venues that are available. And it's not the most diverse group of venues, but it's good for starting.
I'm not sure they're in New York anymore.
But
they still exist. They still exist. I've seen other cities on their website.
Okay.
And they were good venues too. I guess we got eager and kind of antsy to play other venues for no reason except to check out different venues and different neighborhoods. Play more in Brooklyn, especially because we had more friends kind of in Brooklyn, moving to Brooklyn. So a lot of it was getting out of the third-party booking space was just sending dozens of emails to venues and a lot of times following up and a lot of times not actually hearing back. But I think we've definitely gotten better at realizing what kind of language to use and the kind of information they need. I think they just want to see that you're a real band, that you exist, and that you've actually played a show before. And to be very specific, I think in your email has been helpful. Just be like, hey, we are 3 bands. This is the name of our bands. Here's the links to our bands. And we are looking to play a show in this date range. And we can bring this amount of people. That's kind of the key, I think, is honing in on the 3 things they actually give a fuck about.
Yeah. So the links would be Spotify, Instagram, other socials.
If you have music videos even, you can link to a music video, because then I think they just like to see you have a presence.
Yeah.
And people have, even if it's not 1,000 likes on every post, it's okay, you still have consistency in your, you are trying.
The more shows you play, you'll probably start to gather a bigger audience, and then you'll have videos you can send that show you playing live and maybe prove that an audience is actually there.
Getting video is good.
Yeah.
It's helpful to have some friends who just are willing to do it because they enjoy it. We haven't filmed every show in its entirety, but I have a few recordings of Dogwood Gap shows. But yeah, I guess having a friend who is into it, even if if you'd be willing to pay him a little bit, then you could pay your friend $20 instead of paying somebody $200 to do it, quote unquote professionally. That's the other funny thing. We've been people like to reach out and offer to shoot the show for you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that or sinister, but I'm always until we don't have somebody who can help do it, because they're just kind of part of the Revelator thing. I see no reason to pay for it until we need to.
Yeah. So I mean, even as long as it's well shot enough, an iPhone video
Yeah.
is cool. Because
For sure.
sometimes it costs money to bring in a whole camera.
Yes.
You know, it's like we don't have like thousands of like monthly Spotify listeners. Like these are not.
No.
These are venues that you could easily play at.
Yeah. And like Pete's Candy Store is one we played a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. Kind of like a cool, cozy room. It's like like a train car, right?
Yeah, it's shaped like a subway car.
Yeah, it's actually really fun to play there, because then even if you bring a small but like, you know, dedicated fan base, they all kind of pile up into the front, and it feels crowded even if it's not a ton of people.
True.
And it actually sounds surprisingly good in there too, on stage.
Yeah, just
remember
if you have more than 4 people in your band, they may not fit on the stage.
Did we have 5 when we did it?
Yeah, we did.
Did we do it? Yeah, we played.
We did it with 5.
We did play Pete's Candy Store with 5 people on stage, and it was crowded, but we made it work.
Yeah. What are some other venues?
One of my personal favorites has been the Windjammer.
Windjammer
in Ridgewood. Awesome nautical themed bar with a great live room in the back. I like the live room because it feels like a school auditorium. You know what I mean? It just kind of has it has that vibe too. It's like there's a disco ball, I think, which adds to it. But the stage is just like one of those mini riser stages, so you feel like you're at like a school concert, but in a really cool way. They also have like a big screen in the back with a projector. We haven't used it, but I think they have projecting capabilities, which
those
really
are
cool.
always fun. Another one of those pianos has a great projector. I love that venue.
I do too. We haven't played there in a while.
Yeah.
Well, you did. You played there pretty recently.
What did I do?
Or was it Evan?
Oh yeah, I did.
Angela, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a funny scenario in which my whole band dropped out on me within 24 hours.
Right. Oh yeah, it was supposed to be a band.
Played it solo.
That's funny.
To about 20 people.
Hey, that's not bad.
But, you know.
We've played shows with way less.
Yeah.
Which isn't super fun, but it's also the reality.
Yeah.
Well, we like to play a lot too. Like,
yeah.
I feel like, I mean, my kind of philosophy has been to say yes to most opportunities. That's the other thing we should mention. Like, as we've played more, it's, you know, more of the booking opportunities have started to come from people reaching out to us, which is like, that's, you know, it's nice because then you get somebody saying like, hey, I found your page, I like your music, we'd love to have you play wherever. Like, I think Brooklyn Music Kitchen reached out to us about it.
Yeah, you just get to know the booking people sometimes.
Right. And so again, you don't need to have 20,000 listeners. Like, a lot of it's about like, you know, showing consistency and like, you know, having people go to your shows and enjoy them, post stories about it.
And the more you get out there and play shows, for even if you have like a couple friends come, you're gonna get placed on a bill with a band you don't know, and you guys might like each other's music,
right?
And then like the next time one of you is booking a show, you know, it becomes more of a symbiotic little relationship, and more bills start to appear. Yeah,
we've started doing more of the like Revelator bill,
right? Where
the 3 of us, Sockeye, Dogwood Gap, and Simple Sun, try to play on the same bill. I mean, it makes our lives easy because we're all in the same bands. I don't know if it's super easy for Evan because he has to play for 4 hours straight every time.
Yeah,
but
poor guy.
But he's great at everything he does.
He loves it,
and he loves it, and
he's lucky.
I think our collective draw is bigger when all 3 of us are together. Because of our social, you know, circle is just wider. Yeah. So the last Bowery show we played, we had like almost 100 people there,
which was pretty fun.